top back like JFK. You want to push my top back like JFK. So, so I JFK. Join forces with the kings and we ate all day. Right now, I could rewrite history. I start writing, so fuck it, I do it mentally. I go to the grave before I be a bitch, nigga. Better behave, you dealing with some rich niggas. Starting in the ghetto, now we worldwide, man. Shh. Telling y'all, man, that man Rick Ross got bars, bro. Man, look, I be trying to look, I be putting y'all on game. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, let me get to the video topic. I actually made a and shout out to Professor Rich for the shirt as well too. The club, yeah. Salute to my brother, Professor Rich. But anyway, um, so yeah, man, I'm just getting to the topic, man. I actually made like a podcast episode about this, but it's about like people's like sense of entitlement, like false sense of entitlement. I'm sorry, and expecting like celebrities to always do something for them, especially people in the community. And like especially I think it's mainly said in the black community more than any of the other communities, and I kind of elaborate on why that is. My head trying to hurt? Nah, cool. Maybe get some ice cream later. I just want to die on top of the world, next to me and my favorite girl. John Legend, no singing ass, but anyway, um, I'm just playing. I just shit, but nah, man. In all seriousness, though, but yeah, man, like that. I guess you can kind of say that factor or dynamic is apparent in the black community more so than the other communities. Because, like I say, they have like appointed leaders and like they can separate. Like in the other communities, like they don't look at rappers, athletes, entertainers, people like that as leaders. I'm not saying that those people or those people I just named, rappers, athletes, entertainers, I'm not saying they're not capable of doing anything good. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is like it's not their responsibility to to make sure like a community is doing good. Well, actually, I take that back. It's gonna actually be like two issues, well, two things I want to actually discuss in the video, but I'm gonna discuss that when I'm talking about more than the other thing afterwards. So this video may be a little lengthy. Just gotta give you a fair warning now, fair warning. But yeah, man. So like I said in my podcast, like it's not up to the Oprahs, the Jay Z's, the Michael Jordans, the Floyd Mayweathers, the LeBrons, the Tyler Perry's. These very affluent and successful and wealthy black people. Like it's not up to them, and we can keep naming people, but that like those are mainly like the names people name when they, especially black people, like when they say like, oh, they don't do anything for the community, they don't do anything, and they don't do this and they don't do that. Well, in my opinion, when a person who is known, um, like when they do something good, in my opinion, like they're really in a lose lose situation. And the reason I say they're in a lose lose situation is because if they do something good on camera, the people who see that photo or that video or whatever the case may be say, oh, they're only doing it for the cameras. That's not genuinely them. You know what I'm saying? And if they do something behind the scenes, which I do believe that a lot of people do, um, you know, like like if they do something off camera behind the scenes, it's like, well, we should have known that they were doing that. So it's like, like they're in a lose lose situation. So in my opinion, I mean, I think it's best, just my opinion, I think it's best to do things off of camera because that genuinely shows like, okay, like you're really that way when nobody's around, nobody's looking, thousands upon thousands or even millions of people aren't going to react to it or see it on social media. Like that's really you in your element, or you being yourself rather. So yeah, with that being said, it's not up to celebrities to save the quote unquote community or do for the community. Well, truth be told, man, just being very transparent and honest, the community doesn't want to save itself. Like we have so many issues in our own community. Um, and I'm not saying like the other non-black communities are. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm just focusing on strictly, my so-called community. Um, like like yeah, like it's not up to Oprah, Jay Z, Floyd, Michael Jordan, whoever to do things for the community because, like I said, we're all given the same 24 hours in a day. We're all given, you know what I'm saying, the same amount of opportunities and chances. It's just we're all given. We're all well. Hold up, I take that back. We're all given certain gifts and talents. It's up to us to cultivate them, and and if we're blessed and fortunate enough to be able to monetize off of them, and if you're actually able to monetize off of the things that you want to do, hey, hey man, hey man, you just, hey man, look, to be completely honest with you, you blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because not too many people in the world, man, are able to do what they want to do and are also able to make money off of it too. You know, that's hey man, that's one of the best feelings in the world. Like if you want to be a content creator and you get a certain amount of money a month or however they get paid or whatever, you just, talk about anything. Talk about life, sports, religion, things like that. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever content that you want to talk about, you know. And if you're able to get money off that, hey, that's a great thing. Um, you know, and if you're great with your hands and if you're a man, bars, and you work good with your hands, you know what I'm saying? And that's really what you want to do. Salute to you. Um, so yeah, man. With all that being said, yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, it's not up to those people to help the community or save the community or what I'm saying. And actually, the other issue that I was going to talk about actually kind of they kind of go hand in hand, and like we see these known people, rappers in particular. That's what rappers about some of the stupidest MFs on the planet sometimes. Because I'm like, yeah, y'all can make good music and songs, but like when it comes to like having intellectual conversations, it's like, but like I can't tell y'all, and I'm pretty sure y'all have seen the same. I can't tell you how many rappers have said like, "Oh, you're not valid if you don't go back," or if you what do they say? They say you're not valid if you don't go back to your hood, or if you don't still live in your hood, or if you can't go back, then you're not valid. I mean, to me, that's a very ignorant statement to make because I mean, a lot of us do come from that environment, the lower income, the the or hell, even more severe, the poverty stricken. Like a lot of us do come from those environments, So if you're happening, like I was saying a little while ago, if you're so fortunate and blessed enough to be able to leave that environment, well, I mean, why would you want to go back? And that's a false sense of entitlement as well too. Black people do that a lot too. It's not. I mean, like I said, it's not every black person, but y'all get it. Y'all get it. But yeah, man, like I don't understand that. Like this person, like we all came from the same environment. Both of y'all were given 24 hours in a day, but this person just made more out of the 24 hours. That's all that comes down to. Um, so yeah, with that being said, it's crazy, man. It is indeed crazy. Uh, and like I say, man, like we all, like a lot of us have come from those environments, but you don't have to necessarily be a product of your environment too, or just because you're successful, like you don't owe anybody anything. The only people you owe something to are the people that took care of you when you didn't have anything. That's like the only people, like you really owe anything to. So your so-called homies or your niggas or whatever the case may be, just because y'all grew up in the same area or hood or environment, and they still do the same things. Um, You know what I'm saying? And they still do the same things that you did when y'all were younger. And like Joe Budden said in that song, you a hustler, still attracted to the scene, still doing shit I gave up at 16. You won't get a job believing your own lies. You rationalize by saying you pursuing your dreams. Like you don't have to. Ooh, boy, that's bars. How they say on the East Coast. Oh yeah, how they say on the East Coast. It's bars, son. No, man, but in all seriousness though, yeah, man, like you don't owe anybody anything. Like the only people you really owe something to are the people that took care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have a dime. You know what I'm saying? When you was catching rides and hopping from bus to bus, things like that. Like those people who were with you and in your corner when you didn't have a dime. I mean, you owe those people something. You know what I'm saying? But just because people know your name and y'all from the same neighborhood, or y'all went to the same schools or played on the same sports teams together, and you made it and they didn't, you don't owe them anything. You know what I'm saying? And I think black people more than anybody have, like I was saying before, this false sense of entitlement. Because black people are mainly like the only group of people who expect somebody to save them or give them a handout just because, like we look alike or we have the a similar skin tone or we're the quote unquote same race. Like black people just need to, like, it's basically like a crabs in a barrel mentality. Crabs in a barrel, crabs in a bucket, whichever term you want to use. That's basically what it is. Because, like I say, man, life is tough. Like I say, we all, like a lot of us have come from that environment. But if you're blessed and fortunate to make it out of that environment, hey, more power to you. So why would you? Okay, like people always talk about, things that they see in the hood. They saw people get killed. They saw people get assaulted. They saw these different things. They saw gang banging. They saw, you know what I mean? They saw houses getting broken into. They saw the same people, black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? Like they saw black people killing other black people. So why would you? So why would you want to go back to that environment? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't forget where you come from, but you don't want to, like, just because you're born in the hood, the goal isn't to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're born in a particular environment, that doesn't mean that you have to stay in that said environment. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a man or if you're a person and you have children, okay, oh well, okay, if you're a person and you grew up in that environment and you have kids and they grow up in that environment, I'm sorry, you just failed as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't, because the goal is to have better for your children. Like you don't want your children to be traumatized and grew up how you did. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what a real parent does. You know. Um, so yeah, man. With that being said, yeah, like just that false sense of entitlement, like nah, like black people need to cut that out because they always say like things we need to do as a community and things we need done or that needs to happen for us to advance as people. First and foremost, we have to stop trying to come together. Hold up. First and foremost, we have to stop doing so much messed up stuff to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like just because this black person is successful, lives in a nice house, drives a nice car, you know, salute to them. You know what I'm saying? If anything, instead of hating on them, you should try to pick their brain if they're willing to, talk to you like that, and see how they made it. You know what I'm saying? Not, man, that's a nice car. Like, oh, like as soon as we see, as soon as a black person sees another black person in a nice car and a nice house, what's their first thought? Oh, how come they can have it and I don't? And then I thought after that, well, they end up trying to do something to them, whether that be rob them or kill them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or try to put them in a position, or try to put them in a position so that they're not able to, like reap those benefits of their hard work anymore. No, it's man, it's crazy. I never understood that. So yeah, like the issues in the black community, man, are go far than or more than just well, I'm sorry. The issues in the black community are deeper than just celebrities not quote unquote giving back. Like I said, man, I do think like people who are known do give back. Like I said, I just think like they're in a lose lose situation because they do it on camera. Oh, they're not being genuine. They do it off camera. Oh, it needs to be shown more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's kind of similar to that whole, that good black father dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we all know the stigma of, oh, is that right now? Oh, shuck it, duck it, quack, quack. Anyway, my fault. I ain't got a notification. But yeah, like, I mean, like, we all know the stigma of, black fathers not being there for their children. And people always say, "Oh, we need to, showcase black fathers being there more." But we can show a father, on video, reading to his kid, putting his kid to sleep, feeding his child or children. That's all good, but it's like how that child is. and how productive that child is and how that child grows up and the person that child grows up to be, that is more of a testament to the, the good black fathers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it would be. I mean, it's cool to see it. You know what I'm saying? Especially on Instagram. Like, I can't tell y'all how many videos I see, especially with me having a daughter myself. The little girl running up to her father. Like, one of my favorite ones is like when the little girl, because I think her dad went away on a business trip or something like that, and like she didn't see him for like a week, so she saw him at the airport, and she just ran. And you know how little kids run, they run like that. So she ran to him and just disregarded the mama. I was like, damn. I'm like, yeah, that's the same thing my daughter be doing when she see me. Yeah, that's a blessing though. But yeah, man, like I was saying, like yeah, like I think they're in a lose lose situation. Um, so yeah, like we have a lot of other issues that far exceed, like just famous people. You know what I'm saying? Or famous people giving back. Because like I said, they made it out of the environments they're from, and 9 times out of 10, like they are from the same or similar environments that a lot of other black people come from. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they just were more productive with their 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And that whole victim mentality, like that really holds black people back too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Let me see what else I wanted to say. I know I said I was gonna make this video long, but it wasn't that long. Probably like a little less than 20 minutes, coming up on 20 minutes. So yeah, man. Yeah, just that false sense of entitlement. I just think that famous people are in a lose lose situation. And truth be told, just because they're in that situation, they don't owe anybody anything. Um, yeah, man, like they don't owe anybody anything just because they're in an affluent position. Like they don't owe anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, because we're those same people who are wanting help from them or expecting them to do something. Were they there with them when they want to come up, or they were getting out the mud when they want to grind? Hell no. So why should they have to help? You know what I'm saying? On the flip side of that, I mean, I get it. I get it to an extent. Because I mean, we do have to come together, but it's like it's not up to the famous people to come together with the common person, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the community to build this up from inward out, not outward in. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, yeah, yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that, make a video about it. Um, yeah, I actually made a podcast episode, talking about it, but I just wanted to make a video about it. Like I said, man, I appreciate the support. I know I said this video was gonna be a little lengthy, but yeah. I try not to make my videos too long, So, but anyway, like I said, man, I appreciate the love and support. Yeah, I'm about to do my thing.